When you think back and remember the movie Labyrinth, what is it that you remember? Well, you remember an entire world created by the brilliant mind of Jim Henson, an iconic world that was filled with goblins, mazes, bogs, unique characters, characters that you've never seen before and will never see again, but characters that you will always remember. An entire world of imagination as Sarah was on a quest to rescue her baby brother from the Goblin King and solve the labyrinth. Now, when it comes to Labyrinth Pinball by Barrels of Fun, they've absolutely nailed the entire experience of having a world at your fingertips, a world under glass of this iconic movie, one of our favorite movies of all time. I did receive my unit about 2.5 weeks ago, and my family's been really enjoying it. I'm happy to see that the very first code update was released in December for Labyrinth. However, there's a unique way to update the code, which I'm going to walk you through for anyone who happened to receive their machine within the last few weeks, such as myself. Whether you're an owner-operator of a pinball arcade and have a Labyrinth pinball out there on the floor for your customers to play, or if you own a unit privately like I do in your own home, well, there's a new code, a new firmware update, and what you have to do to actually get this first update to go through is you do have to go to the Barrels of Fun website. When you go to the Barrels of Fun website, there's a link up here called Technical Support. We're going to go ahead and click on that. After you click on Technical Support, you're going to go down and you're going to see that there's a code update here. We're going to go ahead and click on the code updates here, and it's going to give you instructions on how to update your Labyrinth Pinball via a USB flash drive. Now, keep in mind, Labyrinth Pinball does come with Wi-Fi, and it does have the ability to connect to your local internet in your home or your business, etc. And it will have the ability, after this firmware update goes through, once you do this first manual firmware update, any update after that, it will actually download as an over-the-air update. So the very first firmware update that they released is December 15th. My pinball machine downstairs in my game room, I actually have the stock firmware on it, so we're going to update it here. It says all we have to do is download the current firmware update right here. The original firmware, in case you want to put your machine back to stock, is right here. So let's go ahead and follow these instructions. Once we download it, we're going to update the file, unzip the file, place the Lab Fun file on a USB drive, which I have plugged into my PC right now, a USB 3.0. We're going to open the back box of the game, and when the game is booted up, we're going to go ahead and insert the USB drive into any open USB port that's on the PC on the back box. It's a little black box in the middle, and the game will automatically update, which I'll show you. When you remove the thumb drive, the game will restart after the update is finished, and there's a lot of changes that they've made. As you can see here, it's going to be kind of hard to read, but they've added different things such as network support for doing future game updates. Wired and Wi-Fi has been added. Okay, let's go ahead and download the current firmware. Let's go ahead and download it. And we're going to pick our USB drive. So the USB drive that I have plugged into my PC, we're going to pick that as where we want the download to go. And the download is going through, as you can see down here. You'll notice up here, it's finishing up here on the circle, telling us that it's almost finished downloading. Okay, you'll notice that it finished downloading, and it says BOF, Barrels of Fun, Lab, short for Labyrinth, and then it says 2023-12-15, so that's short for the December 15th, 2023 firmware update. I have this now on my USB drive that's plugged in. Looks like to be about a 2 gigabyte download. I'm using a 32 gigabyte SanDisk Cruiser Glide, and it's formatted FAT32. Let's go ahead and extract this. So we're going to extract here. So it's going to extract the download file. Should only take a few minutes once it actually kicks into high gear and goes. Okay, once it finishes extracting, we can go ahead and delete the zip file out of here, leaving us with just the fun file. And we're going to go ahead and plug this into our Labyrinth Pinball Machine. Grab our H95 key. Should have came with your pinball machine. And we're going to open the DMD area here. We've got these nice little things here to prevent it from falling. grab the lips, the edge here of the marquee, lift up, and you can remove it, and you'll see the actual PC. Wait, with the blue side of the USB 3.0 stick closest to you. We're gonna go ahead and stick that in, see what happens. I'm gonna shut this just for right now until the game finishes updating. You'll see right here, once you plug it in, it automatically detects the file, and it's updating the game. That update bar moved pretty quick. That took like less than a minute. And then it says remove drive to reboot. The update's complete. So we're gonna take the drive out, and we're just gonna let it go. There's the Barrels of Fun logo. Nice cool exclamation point made out of a flipper and a pinball with some little lightning. Pretty basic, cool logo. Voila. I have the volume turned down right now. But now we are on the latest code. So for instance, if I open this up and I went to the menu, you'll notice that on the top right corner, it does say we are now on the December 15th code. Game update code December 15th, 2023. So you'll notice that's on there now, which is great. Now, for instance, in the future, when it comes to game updates, now you'll notice that the Wi-Fi, because I've already connected my machine to the Wi-Fi, but if you haven't done it yet, you could go to this same menus and activate your Wi-Fi, but you'll see game code is up to date. So now future game code updates will be released via over-the-air updates, and it'll download directly to the machine when it's powered on, so easy peasy. Now that I've had my machine for a couple weeks, my family and I have been enjoying it, and I am finally ready to start putting together some content for this machine, as well as I have Barrels of Fun coming on the channel for an interview, hopefully sometime next week. Stay tuned for details on that. Hopefully this video helps people out there, whether you own this machine in your pinball arcade in your business, or if you own it privately in your home like I do, and you need to get that first firmware updated via USB and get this done. Give us a thumbs up on the way out, and as always, my dudes, thank you for subscribing.